There's no way that's how they end the season. I'm not gonna lie to you, the season finale of The Acolyte kind of hit. There was some insane reveals, insane cameos, some pretty dope action sequences, and me and you, we gotta talk about it. I am gonna be recapping the entire episode, so if you're not trying to be spoiled, make sure you drop a like, follow, but come back later because I do want to hear your thoughts. We pick up this episode where episode 6 ends, Osha doing her best Vader impression, and she's getting that itch for the dark side. Apparently she had a vision of May killing Soul. Speaking of May, that entire flashback episode was just Soul telling May everything that happened that night, and Soul saying there was no other way. But May's a little slippery. She gets out of her harness and shocks. Soul takes a pot and dips. We get a pretty cool chase scene throughout space into some asteroid fields, until they both crash on Brendock. Meanwhile, Vernestra's getting her ass chewed out by a buddy boy right here from the Senate, and he was low-key eating her and the Jedi up, basically calling the Jedi and their ways a bunch of fraud. It's only a matter of time before one of them goes rogue, and he was cooking. That's what this show was about. Thanks for summing it up in 2 minutes. Osha convinces Kamier to go stop May, but as they did, we get a creepy, crusty-ass little hand holding onto the side of this cave, and I know that ain't who I think it is.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
And that was ass. Take it away, pal.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Somehow, Palpatine returned in this TikTok video. Meanwhile, the Aura Man himself, Soul, first and foremost turns on his tracking so all of the Jedi can come find him, but secondly finds May. As he revisits the broken bridge and broken promises, he can't handle the pain and he dips. As May pops up like the Undertaker, great place to hide. As Kamier pulls up on Soul, they get into a little scrap-a-doodle-doo in the hallway, out into the courtyard, kung fu style. The Aura is aura-ing. Motherfucker pulls out 2 lightsabers. He's been holding out on us. Bro, when Soul hit these fucking kung fu kicks, I was like, God, the wire work is immaculate. Kamier tried doing the force boomerang. Soul just pushed that shit all the way with his aura. Force push. As May and Osha confront each other. May tells Osha everything about Soul and how he was lying to her this whole time. He killed their mom, and he's the reason that you feel all this hate. And then they start getting into a fight. The match cut of kicks clashing into the lightsabers clashing was top tier. As oh no, the Jedi have arrived. They keep struggling, and I mean really struggling. That boy Soul about to let a fart out. But then Soul hits that classic samurai move as he cut Buddy Boy's lightsaber in half. Kamier takes his helmet off, and he's at the mercy of Soul. Until May pulls up and says, give me that fucking lightsaber. Kamier's like, now's your chance to kill him. May's like, nah, I don't want that. I want him to face justice. I want him to confess that he's a Jedi and he did wrong. But Soul tries to explain again. There was no other way. He was doing this because he cared about them and loved them. But he admits to killing their mom. And Osha overhears this, and she didn't like that. Not one bit. Bro was just about to say, I did it because I love... As she sucks the soul out of... All right, let me stop. As she murks the Aura Man and Soul himself. Oh my God, but you kind of deserved it. And then she turns her lightsaber to Kamier, but the shit starts turning red. Even Kamier's like, what the fuck going on here? But really, he's like, there's my Acolyte. Said the thing. The Jedi pull up, and yes, Vernestra was Kamier's master. She's a trifling ass Jedi too. Basil's little snitch ass. As they're sent, he's saying, somebody smells like shit. As May and Osha rekindle, Kamier pulls up, and so we gotta get the hell up out of here. But Osha agrees to be his Acolyte. They can just leave May. But May also agrees to have her memory wiped. So they say one last goodbye, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't tear up. It was kind of sad. They applied the old Yeller method to her brain cells. She gets arrested. Vernestra fucking just blames it all on Soul. What the fuck is up with this? Saying he murked everybody and then himself? The Jedi are evil. We end with this shot of Osha and Kamier looking off into the sunset, obviously setting things up for season 2. Not gonna lie, I'm glad the season's finally over. I'd probably rate it like a 4 or 5 out of 10. But I think we ain't done yet because they introduced Yoda like the Infinity Gauntlet. Bro, I couldn't stop laughing. That's all I was thinking of. I mean, this is still dope though to see. Oh, I mean, this definitely makes season 2 a lot more interesting, but hopefully they just executed it a lot better. Clapping those cheeks you will not be doing. All right, let me stop.